Hey guys, Derek Best, Beacon Fight for Life. As you most likely have heard, or if you haven't heard, what we're about at the Beacon Fight for Life is reconnecting the Australian multicultural community. Our main goal is to reduce the number of Australians taking their own life in Australia. Currently, suicide is the leading cause of death of all Australians 15 to 44 for men. Indigenous people are 3 times likely to take their own life, and it's sad to say that 65,000 people a year in Australia attempt suicide. So the Beacon Fight for Life, we want to reduce the number of people taking their own life, and so what we're going to play over the coming months is some footage of conversations I've had with individuals, groups, multicultural, you name it, I'll interview them, so that we can start to make inroads for people to stop them from taking their own life. Give them information and places to reach out to. So stay tuned. Hi guys, Derek Best, Beacon Fight for Life. I'm fortunate enough to be joined again today with Emma Quigley. Thank you, Emma, for joining me. Emma's got 20 years experience in psychology, spending 15 years doing psychology and 5 years in mental health previous to that. What we're doing is we're talking about the big discussions about, again, the Beacon Fight for Life. Our aim is to reduce the number of Australians taking their own life. And how do we do that? I think is we communicate and we speak about suicide prevention, and we touching today on financial stress. Now I think it's a really relevant conversation based on COVID. I mean, some businesses were thriving with COVID, and unfortunately some businesses weren't. You've got gyms, you've got restaurants, you've got a gamut of businesses that there's a lot of for lease signs in the local areas that I've seen.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
So unfortunately, in those empty leases were someone's business.
Yeah.
So does financial pressure affect everyone's mental health, or just just some people?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think it's not as simple as if you've got financial stress, you'll have mental health problems. I really look at it as how you cope with or how you address your financial issues. So we know that for a lot of people, they will actively avoid financial issues. They won't open their mail, they won't answer numbers that they know are their bank calling, their mortgage, their loans, so they'll actively avoid that. Other people will do things to avoid the stressful feelings of having financial difficulties. So they'll do that by drinking too much, taking drugs, overeating, just doing excessive things to distract and avoid the feelings related to having financial issues. And then some people actually develop quite serious physical conditions because they're trying to avoid a financial issue, and that can be migraines, stomach issues, high blood pressure, all those kind of things. Yeah.
Okay. So if I was a family member or a friend, they would be the signs I'd be looking for if someone was suffering with having financial pressure?
Yeah, you could see some of those things, and you could also look at what we've talked about in other podcasts, look at any changes in the person's behaviour, in how what they're talking about, how they're feeling. And also you might know that they've just taken on a new mortgage, they've just lost their job. There could be some obvious indicators that they could have some financial pressure which may be impacting on their mental health.
So how can we ease their anxiety or help them with their mental health issues? Is there a hotline available or an organisation they can reach out to if they don't want to open up to their friends and family? Yeah,
so if you feel like somebody might open up to you, you can help them by supporting them to talk about their feelings, their anxieties, their stresses, because that makes it easier for them to address their financial difficulties. You can support them by talking about who are some of the people they can contact, banks, loan providers who may be able to help by suspending payments. You can help them by reminding them of things they would normally do to help with their stress management for other things. Like a good example is somebody who used to go to the gym a lot, just reminding them, you haven't been to the gym for a while, do you want to come down to the gym with me? And just kind of trying to think of things that they would find useful to help with their stress. And in answer to your question, there is the, in Australia, the National Debt Hotline, which people can ring and they can get financial advice for free.
For free?
Yeah, for free via that helpline.
Okay. All right. Do we have a number for them?
Yep, so that number is 1-800 007 007.
Awesome. Well, as usual, thank you,
Thank you.
Emma. I really appreciate your assistance helping out with this. And that's it for today, guys. It's Derek Best here from the Beacon Fight for Life, and make sure you take the time to smile today.